Hello, divine creators. Welcome to Dumela Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a collective reading, and this is for the spring and autumn equinox. So in the southern hemisphere, spring, northern hemisphere, autumn equinox on the 23rd of September, 2023. Equal day, equal night, bringing in some energies for us. And as we were walking in nature today, we received that there's a message for us at this time. So let us see what's coming through Equinox 2023, spring in the southern hemisphere and autumn in the northern hemisphere. September 23rd, Equinox energies. Thank you, Source. What is coming through at this time? Flow. Flow and illumination. Ooh. And we always feel the moon is also a sign of illumination, clarity, right? So let us see flow. Kivitries talavatos talavatries kitis, kiviatoros talavatries kiatires kisaturos kivek, kiatatares talavem vilavitries kisaturos kivek, kiviaturos talavam valavitries kituros, kiviatries kisatires kisayotos kisataries, kiviatares talavatries kisaturos kiviakies, virikia kiotos, virikia kiates, Vrikia kiaturos calates, ricares kiavos, tives kiviates. There's some there's some weaving occurring in the spiritual energies as we reach equal day, equal night, equal physical, equal shadow, non-physical. There is some flow being granted to each and every single one of us from the unknown, from the shadow, from the spirit. There are frequencies from the moon, from the divine feminine coming through for each and every single one of us at this time, bringing through fluidity, bringing through changes. And you are all asked to go with the flow right now as you are receiving. Fascinating, Source. This is a powerful shift where finally your source, or where you are finally really crystallized in source, being source, expressing yourself as source like never before. This is allowing a whole lot of information to come from the spirit side, from the unknown into your reality. You have opened the floodgates, as it were. You are no longer cutting off source from your reality. You're no longer cutting off spirit from your truth. You are allowing all that you are from the unknown, from spirit, from source to come through freely and to show itself to you, for you to discover it. And as you are now having these integrations, source is asking you to go with the flow, because now you are being shown different ways of being. You're being shown different paths. You are feeling yourself literally observing your behavior and observing your personality in spaces and in experiences. You are finally allowing yourself to enjoy what you enjoy without feeling guilty, without making excuses, without making, needing a reason for it. You are simply finding yourself in spaces and environments and places and situations you just thoroughly enjoy, and you're allowing yourself to enjoy it now. It's no longer this rush. It's no longer this irritation to get somewhere else. You are allowing yourself to embrace each space. And this is because you are now really allowing yourself to experience all the energies in that space and in that experience which were once cut off to you when you were in the condition, when you were being that which you were not, when you were being the idea of you. Even though you were in an environment and a situation you enjoyed, because you were still living in the idea of you, you were not receiving all from it. You were not receiving the richness, the depth of it. But now that you are at source, now that you're at truth, now that you're at core, in that space, you are seeing so much more love and care and laughter. You're experiencing so much more from all the interactions, whether it's through people, observing people, or nature, or the animal kingdom, or just whatever it is. You are finally feeling and seeing a happier, lighter frequency of interaction and engagement in your reality, not now concerned with other people's reality, because there's some people who haven't done the work, so they're experiencing a great deal of turmoil and a great deal of disruption, while you are now finding yourself at ease in more spaces, finding yourself connecting and experiencing more joyous frequencies, finding yourself more free to navigate and more free to be. You're no longer stringently directing your path. When you were in your awakening, especially in the cocoon phase, understand spirit had to come in very, very strong. For you are spirit and you are physical. Spirit, one with source. Physical, you are absent source. So through the transition, spirit had to come very strongly to show you how you were denying yourself source. So literally held your hand, guiding you through experiences. Yes, no, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do that. Go outside, come inside, do this, do meditation, integrate. You were receiving these intuitive, very specific ways of being, very specific paths. And it almost felt like your free will was no longer with you, that you were just living a life which is not of your own. It was a bit frustrating. But Source saying, spirit had to come in strong because the conditioning was so strong in order to navigate, to guide you along paths of your highest frequency, paths which you wouldn't naturally go, ways which you wouldn't naturally do because you were programmed not to. So spirit was coming to show you very specifically the ways of you. Until now you are familiar with them. Now you are home within them. Now you know the source you are, you feel the source you are, you honor the source you are, you express the source you are the source you are, and you're allowing yourself to become the source you are becoming. Spirit doesn't have to be so hands-on anymore. The spirits, that frequency has now released a little bit. And now you are able to freely go and just explore and enjoy. And Source is saying, go with the flow now. Don't panic thinking something is not going to work out, or don't catastrophize. Don't overthink things. Allow yourself, just as the flame, to be intuitively inspired and intuitively flowing, that Knight of Wands energy. Allow yourself to simply flow one with Source, and wherever you are, trust, because you're flowing with the moon. You are being guided through with Source, with Spirit along these paths. And as you do this, as you flow freely through the illumination of Source, the illumination of Spirit, because you allowed that frequency to be, you've allowed the physical to be limitless, to take the shape of Source. Illumination and clarity is now provided in the physical by the physical experiences manifesting before you, and you are now having the understanding through the experiencing, through the discovery, through the manifesting. You are now learning through the physical, because the physical is as fluid as the spirit realm. You have learned a great deal from the spirit realm, yes? When you meditate, when you pray, when you engage with Source, when you connect with your highest frequency, you allow yourself to receive from this endless frequency of knowledge, because you do not contain Source and Spirit into this one way. You allow it to be dynamic and free. You allow all of yourself to be received from that space. And now that you're finally freed the physical, including yourself, including your physical avatar, including your personality, your thoughts, your emotions, that's all part of the physical realm. You've surrendered them all to Source, allowing yourself to discover how you express yourself in each situation, discover how you be now. You've allowed all physical aspects of yourself to take the shape of Source. You are now receiving illumination from your physical experience. You're now receiving understanding and education and wisdom and guidance. You are learning about yourself through the physical realm. And this equinox is really strengthening this connection with source now. It is amplifying it. It's that beautiful energy of equal day, equal night. Well, in this case, with this card, equal night, equal day, equal shadow, equal light, equal spirit, equal physical. It's saying both of these entities are now equal, aligned with the source you are. And at this time when this is happening, it is a beautiful time where finally you are a balance. There's a huge divine balance and harmony, that yin and yang, that exquisite element of balance between your sacral, your solar, your masculine, your feminine, your creative, your action energies. You are now harnessing your power and your frequency optimally, for you are allowing all aspects of yourself, spirit and physical, to honor you without hesitation, without thought, without definition, without direction, without limitation, even without understanding. You're no longer needing the understanding. You're allowing yourself to explore, to discover the understanding as it manifests, right? As it becomes. You receive from the spirit, and as you receive from spirit, as you receive from source, you allow the understanding to unfold, to manifest within thought, within dreams, within your physical manifestations. You allow the understanding to come from the downloads you receive from spirit. And now, if again, you allow the understanding to come from the experiencing, the manifestations, the discoverings, the unfoldings of the frequency within the physical. No longer preempting, no longer controlling. Both of these frequencies, both of these mediums of manifestation. You are source, and you manifest this way in spirit, and you manifest this way in the physical, and you manifest this way and that way in all the different kinds of mediums of expression, of manifestation. And you finally, in this physical human collective, these are the two mediums that exist in this reality, in this universe, in this space-time continuum you're finding yourself in. And now these two mediums of creation are now finally honoring you. And it's a powerful reclamation of who you are. It's a powerful rebirth. It's a powerful honoring of you. It's a powerful restoration of that which you are. Beautiful. Let us pull some tarot and see how this comes through. Okay. As within, without, as above, below. Finally, the truth of you is lived by you, is revealed, is seen, is explored, is discovered, is manifest. Seven of Pentacles, yes. Finally, all the seeds you have been working on, you've been planting, all the hard work you have been doing, finally now able to actually manifest in the physical, to bloom. It's all the seeds in spirit you have been planting, the intentions, the manifestations, the preparations, the energy you've been anchoring, finally now able to manifest in the form it's meant to, in the flower. You're no longer directing the seed of spirit to be a rose. You're allowing the seed of spirit to be whatever flower it is going to show you, and you will discover the flower as it grows. You'll discover the color as it blooms. You'll discover the number of petals as it blooms. You'll discover the fragrance as it blooms. You're no longer directing how the source of you looks like and manifests. You're allowing yourself to discover the fullness of you. So finally, all the hard work, all that you are, all the work you did within spirit, all the work you've done within your source, all the powerful frequencies you have mastered through your whole eternal existence is now finally able to manifest freely in a way which reflects the truth of the frequency in the physical. And 7, balancing to source. The physical is finally balanced to source. Finally, your patience, your hard work pays off. Because you have finally allowed yourself to discover who you actually truly are, what you actually truly are within this divine experience of existence. Queen of Wands, yes, the truth of you. The truth of you. And look, it's that we see this illumination. Look, the reflection, the mirroring, and there the mirroring. You're finally seeing yourself in your power, not as the illusion, not as the condition, not seeing yourself as not good enough, not worthy, as not valuable, as unattractive, as not hip, as not intelligent enough, as not stylish enough, as not creative enough, as not intelligent enough, as not appealing enough, whatever it is that this external egoic conditioning, however it made you feel about yourself, however it made you imprison yourself, however it made you discolor your frequency, however it made you just be the absence of you, you are no longer seeing this. This is now being cleansed, and the truth of you now is being revealed in the physical. You are now seeing the clarity of you, the power of you, the beauty of you, the exquisite nature of you, the grace of you. You're in your highest self, and you are now finally allowing yourself to be. And look at the person that nearly lost you, right? Because that was in the illusion where you were not your truth, where you were losing who you are. But now you're saying, hey, I nearly lost you, but here I found you again, and here we are, powerful in our highest frequency, and creating from there, claiming your crown. And look, before we split the lovers, yes, divine love creation. Judgment, yes, you are now seen in your clarity to receive the clarity of you. You are now as source in all experiences, and now the physical is able to align to who you are. Because remember, the physical always took the shape of you. The physical always took the shape of who you are, of what you thought, of what you believed. And when you were in the absence of source, the physical took the shape of the absence of the source you are, what you want, what you were focused on. That what you were within is what we were reflecting. But now that you are in your power, the physical now reflects the power you are. You are now seen in your clarity. To now, for your clarity to be seen, 20 is 2 from the shadow, that high priestess energy, from source. What was hidden about you is now revealed through the physical, through you, through your being, through your expression, through your manifestations. You're no longer hidden, you're no longer lost. You are now present and seen and found and manifest. You are existing, you are present, you are here in all aspects of being. No longer dead before the grave, being that which you are not. Existing as somebody else's puppet, as somebody else's plaything, as somebody else's tool. You are now in your power, in your truth, existing, for you allow the truth of you to be, to manifest, to realize itself in the physical realm. And it's anchoring in is becoming very strong, where right now you're really shifting into a realm where a reality where the physical is honoring you, so exacting, and you are now learning about you, which is why so saying go with the flow, be gentle, don't judge what you see, don't judge what you feel, don't judge what you're experiencing, because you are now finally experiencing you. You're learning about you. You're learning about your actual wants, your actual desires, your actual likes, what actually makes you happy, what actually excites you, what actually invigorates you, what actually stimulates you. And don't judge it. Don't use the references of the old. Don't use the caterpillar references to judge what the butterfly likes, right? The caterpillar has only known the leaf. So when you as a butterfly explore a flower, don't expect the caterpillar to even want to know what a flower is, let alone enjoy it. But you get to enjoy it. You get to now experience this new thing which was once maybe forbidden, once unseen, once suppressed, now finally free and beautiful, because now it takes the shape of source. You are literally healing and cleansing and transmuting and shifting all the physical to source. So we no longer judge it. We simply align it to source, and it's healed through source, and it manifests through source, and it's expressed through source. The divine cleansing of the physical through the frequency, through the eyes of source. Hanged man, hanged woman, hanged being, no longer postponing to self, because that is what was happening. And we love that whenever we feel the hanged man is in the healing position, that is, you are now getting out of the hanged man, it wants to stay like this, and it feels resonant like this. Whenever we do readings, since the beginning, we've always felt when the hanged man is like, sometimes it comes out like this, and we know, okay, we feel it must stay like this because you're going through a period where you must have a pause. There's some learning to do, there's some healing to do, but right now it feels, yes, you are coming out of this postponement of self, because when you were living the illusion, you were not you were not existing, dead before the grave. You were postponing who you are. You were not present. You were sacrificing your existence for the illusion. But remember, divine beings, that was part of the healing. This is why we're no longer angry. This is why you're not upset or depressed, or you're not trying to hold on to it. Because you understand, we came here to heal. We had to take on the illusion in order to transmute it, in order to come into our power. Thus we are weaving. You see how here we are healing the physical to source. And that is what we had to be. We had to take on the illusion, heal it to illumination. And now you have done that part. Now you are truly in your illuminated state. Thus now you're no longer suspended. You have now righted the hanged man. You're now creating in your truth. You're now creating through the allowance of you, not the fear, not the absence of your truth, not in that anger, not in that frustration, but now in the forgiveness, in the allowing, in the love, in the gentility, in the clarity, in the frequency of love you are. Oh, this is glorious. And let's see, what are we receiving as a final message? Justice. Yes. You are finally honoring source. You're on your scale as source. And now the physical, just as the spirit was always taking the shape of source, and you were always receiving fairness and just energies from spirit, you're now finally going to receive fairness and just energies from the physical, because you're finally now balanced. You're at source, and you're allowing the physical and spirit to balance at source. You are not controlling what the physical does. You're not controlling what the spirit does. You're remaining centered within your frequency. You're allowing the physical to be the equal frequency to you, thus balance. Everything that you're experiencing is of you, is exactly the worth, the value, the brilliance of you, as you have been receiving from the spirit all along. Oh, this is glorious. And you see every single thing you've planted, finally, justice coming through beautifully and powerfully for you. Oh, this is glorious. These are very beautiful frequencies at this time, at this equinox, really crystallizing the embodiment of source you are, the embodiment of source you are becoming, and that you are aligning, that you are surrendering to, that you are allowing yourself to be. And the physical, there's a huge shift right now, a ripple of frequencies and realms and dimensions, as now, as you are holding the space, these two worlds are just flowing, taking the shape of you until it settles into crystal clarity, where now the physical realm that you are living and the spiritual realm which you are receiving and you are flowing within simply honor you and you honor them, an honoring of the existence of you, an honoring of the expression of you, an honoring of source, an honoring of the divine love you are. Deep breath in. Vitas kitros kalatares, rivitri kilaturos talavatries. Deep breath out. Kives katuros talavatries, kivik kirias talaturos kivatries katis. Deep breath in. Kivas talavatries katuros, kives kalavatos katataries kiviatos katis. Deep breath out. Kivas kiaturos talavatries katis, viles kataturos kitrias katatares. Keep breathing. Viltries casaturos kisatiries cavoltros talavatries catis. Vitries calatares calavatries kituros talavitries catis. Vilos palatares casatiris casatur casatares. Vilavetries kisaturos talavatries kisatiries talasotros kilavatries kisayotos. Vilavitries kisatires kilaturos talavatries kiviatries catires. Volvatries kisaturos viazes katir, kivilovatries katuros kivates katas. Balance restored, kivatries kitare. You awaken to you more than ever before. You awaken to the love you have always been, the love you are. You awaken source. You awaken all. Bries gitar kikituros talavatries. Bries gitas kitaturos palavitries. Gries kituros talavatries kipariatiries. Gitas kitaturos talavatries gitaries. Connecting to the angelic frequency, connecting to your crown chakra, heart chakra. Vias talavat, kivitri zavot, kivitas katis, kivatas. May the old illusion, the old conditioning, the old programming be washed away now within divine love. Kives katuros talavet. Kiviat katar katis. May the mind, the crown, within nothingness, emptiness, clarity, honor source, infinitely, limitlessly, unapologetically, ritas kitoros eternally. May the heart no longer be conditioned, no longer restricted by trained emotion, assigned emotion. Pitas kituros gitares, may the heart gatares. Open up new chapters, new experiences, new paths of exploration of your deepest joy, your deepest love, your deepest emotional expression. May you experience all renewed within the frequency of source. May you understand how loved you are through all of the experiences you manifest and co-create within in this physical realm that finally honors the divine, powerful frequency you are. Rivitri kikios tavas. Riati rikikiatos kavek, riatri kikiavotos kita Riatrikikiavatoskita. Stay here for as long as you need within the frequencies of your love of you. Stay here within the waters of your divine sacred love. When you are ready, you may return to the physical to play, to explore, to be curious, as the physical finally shows you, teaches you, reveals to you who you truly are. Blessed